Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tim Hart, branch manager of Van Dyke Mortgage here in Fort Myers, Florida. Welcome to an episode of the Heartbeat Show podcast. It's coming up to be Christmas. Everyone out there is playing their Christmas music, even though it's not even Thanksgiving yet. Oh, maybe by the time they watch it, it will be. So I brought in my buddy to talk about Christmas lights, Lewis Worrell from Always Affordable Electric. Lewis, how you doing, sir?
All right. How you doing?
All right. You don't sound that excited like we were just talking about it. The energy has died a little bit on you.
That's because we got to hold back what we talk about now.
A little off color.
Yeah.
Brought Lewis on. Did a thing with him last year about the safety tip he had on Christmas lights. A lot of people really liked it, and he's got a lot more. So if you are going to be hanging a ton of Christmas lights, you're a potential or wannabe Clark Griswold, you're going to want to listen up because Lewis has some good tips for you. So, Lewis, are you ready to start talking about Christmas lights?
Why not?
Why not? How long have you been in the business, Lewis?
I've been doing it a little over 20 years, 10 years for myself.
Wow. How long have you been growing that beard out?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. Just checking.
It's caught fire before, so.
Did it?
Literally. Yeah. I went to blow out a candle. It was about a little bit further than it is now, and I went to blow a candle out, and the whole left side caught fire.
Yeah, if you're watching this on listening on a podcast, I highly suggest you click on the video and check out Lewis's beard. It's pretty immaculate. So let's get rolling, man. So let's Christmas light tips. What do you have? Fill us in because you're on top of the game here.
Well, there's a lot of things you can do that you don't need an electrician. You know, people put lights up all the time. Use the string lights that string together, and they have a male end at one end and a female at the other. Well, we get quite a few calls at this time of the year where they're having GFIs pop or their breakers trips, stuff like that. Well, that's because people run them, and at the end, when they don't plug anything in, you got an open end on your cord, and between your sprinklers or rain or condensation, it gets in there, it trips your GFI or it trips your breaker. There's a couple different things you can do. I mean, a lot of people just use duct tape. They'll just stick duct tape on the end. That's what you gave. That's what happened to me last year. That's when we did that video.
Yeah. It kept tripping the GFI outlet and went on for days and days and days. And then finally go ahead.
No, you're fine. No, with the tape, you got to use something strong. Cause I mean, the duct tape actually will hold pretty good, but with the moisture and the weather around here, eventually it'll just start rolling off of it. So another option we give people are, these things we have here, which is just, all it is a child safety that you put in the outlet.
That's what we used.
Yeah. You put these in there. It helps keep the moisture out. You won't trip your GFIs. You won't get moisture in there. And now what we're having a problem with is people, same thing. They're getting so many cords that you only have a couple outlets outside. So they run one cord and they have that 3 end on it where you run 3 different cords out. Well, now there's really nothing you can do with that. Actually, you can go out and buy disposal Tupperware and just notch the edges of the Tupperware and stick the cord inside and run the cords out. You don't want to make it, so tight where it's, sealed, but just tight enough to get air through it so it doesn't, create condensation on the inside. But it keeps, your sprinklers off it for the most part, any, rain, anything like that. So, I mean, Tupperware will help that 3 end cords. And then if you use these on the ends of all your other stuff, that should stop most of your problems with your GFIs and breaker tripping.
Okay. Well, that's some homemade gadget.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you're doing a whole lot of stuff, and I mean, you got cords ran across where you're lighting up trees, and you have multiple trees around your property, what we do is we dig from the house. We can add outlets all around your house. Anywhere you have an outlet inside, we can always drill out, just to get you an outlet right there. As long as you're not plugging a whole lot of lights in, we can do that for you, and then you can plug right there. But if you're going out to a tree, we dig from the outlet we add or the one you already have existing out to the tree, and we put a perma post. It's about a 12-inch hollow 4x4 post that you put in the ground. You leave about 6 inches out the ground of it, and you can put an outlet on either side. You can run wires up through it. So I mean, even if you do low voltage stuff, you can use that for it. But now you don't have the cord draped across your lawn, so when you do mow your lawn, you don't run it over with a lawnmower. Or if you have someone who mows your lawn, they would really appreciate you not leaving that cord out, because the good ones are actually roll it up for you. They won't hook it back up, but they'll roll it up for you. But there are some people out there just run over the cord. And
dude, I go with the push mower, tilt it back, go over, then lift it. That's my move.
You're not talking about the one that spins, right?
Huh?
You're not talking about the one you push and it spins around?
Dude, like freaking Archie and Jughead used. No, man. Not that one. Oh, it's a push mower, man. Push mower.
So, yeah, I mean, but it's still a pain. I mean, yeah, trust me, it's a lot easier with the push mower to just reach down and grab it. But anybody who has a driving lawnmower knows it sucks to get off the lawnmower, roll up the cord, put it back out. And if you got multiple trees, you got multiple cords draped across your lawn. So, I mean, it gets rid of your cords. And we've been to quite a few houses where they don't have enough outlets outside, so they just leave their window cracked open and run the cord in the house, which leaves you up for a couple different things. People getting in your house when you're not home, animals getting in your house, moisture. So, I mean, we can always put the outlets outside for them so they don't have to leave the windows open or leave cords.
Yeah, that's a bad move, man. That happens a lot.
We do that a lot. Yeah, we go out to a lot of houses and add outlets because they don't want to keep their windows open. But we see it quite a bit where they're just draped out of windows.
That's crazy, man.
Especially if it's a 2-story house and they want to do lights in the soffit. So, I mean, that's another option. We can always do light outlets in the soffit too, so you don't have the cord draped down there either.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah. Are you talking about your house?
What's that?
At your house?
No, not this house. My old house had it.
Yeah. Right next to the attic fan.
Inside joke. I'll tell that real quick. I don't care. I told Louis that my attic fan wasn't working on one side of my house because the attic fan was working on the other side of the house. And that's when he showed up and told me that I didn't have an attic fan on the other side of the house, which is why it wasn't working. 5 years later, he's still bringing it up.
Took a little bit to get over that.
Freaking jerk.
Well, there's all different options too now. Like I have my house set up where I actually have it on a timer. So all my outside outlets I have on a timer. So during the off season when I don't have stuff outside, I can just leave the timer on. But when it comes around, when you put your decorations up, you can actually set your timer. I have mine set up for, I think it's 5:30 to midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. So the lights stay on. I don't have to worry about unplugging anything, going out there, switching anything. So we set them up like that. But now there's so many more options, especially with the wireless switches. You can actually buy a switch now that we mount by your panel. And then they have a wireless remote that you can actually mount in the wall as a switch anywhere you want, or you can use it as a remote. But it also has a bridge app that hooks up to your Wi-Fi, and you can control it with your phone. And on your phone app, you have an option to set timers up. You can set, other remotes for your car. When you come home, you can turn them on and off. There's so many options you can do with that, and you can set up anything in your house like that with that smart switch. God, so not only decorations.
Back up a second though. So this just plugs in inside your house, and then you set it all up from there?
Yeah, well, if you have a switch anywhere in your house, we can replace the switch with a smart switch. You put that smart switch in, and you buy a bridge that goes right next to your Wi-Fi, and then you just get the app on your phone. It's no different than any of these Ring apps or whatever. With that app, you can turn those lights on. You can check to see if you left anything on. You can hook anything up anywhere now and check the app, see if it's on or off, or you can turn it on and off from your app. Set it on a timer if you're out of town, you want people to think you're there. Or if you got decorations, you just want them to come on and off at a certain time.
Wow. How much does that cost?
If you do one of them and you already have the existing outlet that's wired to a switch, it's usually $150 to $250 for us to come in, install the switch, the remote, and program it for you. Now, if you want the bridge and all, it's another setup. I think the bridge is about $100, and then you can set each switch up from there. And the switches usually run you anywhere about $50, $60 a piece. So, whatever you want to put on there, if you want to put other ones outside, your decorations or anything in the house, you figure, you get your bridge. You can buy the bridge setup, I want to say $250, and then we come in and program it and set it up for you. And then once it's set up, customers, it's easy to use. They can set it up and do it however they want with the apps. Everybody's good with an app anymore.
Yeah, no doubt. You also had some dropping some knowledge on LED versus incandescent.
Wow. Yeah, we do a couple of the bigger houses around here that they do a lot of the shows where you go down there at a certain time at night, they got music playing. Well, these houses have literally hundreds of thousands of lights. And when you got hundreds of thousands of lights, on a standard 100 count, just incandescent, the incandescent string is 100 count. I want to say if you have them run 45 days, which is about the season, and about 12 hours a day, you spend about $15 to run them. And just that single strand is, 40, anywhere from 40 to 100 watts, depending on how many lights are on it. So, I mean, you start racking up amperage quick. Now, not only do you run out of, outlets, but now you got to run out of power. You got to run more power back to your panel. So that same 100 count of, lights is, on an LED costs you 21 cents compared to the $15 a run. And then no one has one string. If you got a string out there, you usually have multiple, up to 10 strings.
Dude, you say if someone has one string of lights up, I want to see the picture.
Oh, I got one in my neighborhood. It's genius setup. It's the Grinch, and it's got one string of lights on the house, and it's run into his sack, and that's all he has on the whole house.
But
is the Grinch stealing the rest of the stuff?
But he has the Grinch there with it.
Yeah. But it looks like the Grinch robbed his house, and he's got the sack full of them. But most houses don't have that.
Yeah, I'm talking about like your one row of lights right there at the end of your roof, and that's all you do.
They try.
I don't know. Do I know I'm even talking about? Because like I wouldn't have Christmas lights at all if I didn't make a promise to my wife that I would help put up Christmas lights once we had kids. So, I'm the wrong guy to be ragging on somebody for one strand of lights. Now I put tons of them.
Well, your kids are at the age where you can make them do it now. So.
Yeah. Good luck. My daughter will. Only my oldest two care. But
yeah.
Care enough to help.
Well, and sometimes it's more work when they help. So.
That's it. So LED.
The LED lights are definitely the way to go anymore for once. I mean, anybody knows when you start pulling them back out your attic or anywhere else, you're replacing bulbs left and right. I mean, I've had the same strings of LED lights now for 5 years. I don't think I've replaced a bulb on them. I use them on the trees. I use them outside. So, I mean, I don't know if you've ever done it, but you think you're saving money by sitting here trying to replace bulbs, but it takes you 3 hours to find a bulb that burned out on it. It doesn't match. And then another one burns out after you hang them. So the LEDs, you don't have that problem. They're supposed to last 30 to 50,000 hours. They draw 1/10 the electricity, and you don't have to run, multiple circuits out there to run your Christmas decorations. And you're saving money.
And you're saving money.
Yeah.
And the environment.
There you go.
Cool, man. What else you got?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you want to do anymore. Some of the people, I mean, you can do quite a bit with the LEDs now. You can have them dance to stuff. They have apps for that. We can set up for you if you want your lights to dance to music where you set it up. You get your laptop, you download the app. We can set up all the lights and you can play whatever you want. You can play Metallica and it'll dance to Metallica if you want.
Oh my God.
But I mean, there's all different options. Whatever your mind you can think, we can usually do for you.
I hope my wife
comes to Christmas
to this podcast.
Why is that?
Because I'll have to be doing this laptop and all this freaking dancing stuff, man.
I'll give her a call personally.
Oh yeah, thanks, bro. Tag her in Facebook. Check this out. But dude, so like, what? But do you guys like? Are you a company that like I can buy like a ton of Christmas lights and say, hey, come over and hang them? Do you guys do that or?
Yeah, we could do that at hourly rate. We don't mind it. We do anything. I mean, it's tough for us to set a price for something like that because we don't know what you want to do. So, I mean, of course, we can come by and we do give free estimates. So if you said, hey, we want you to come out here and wire our trees up, go up the trees, do it around the house, we can come out and give you an idea what it would cost, and our estimates are free. We don't charge for them. Some companies say they're free, and then when you come out there, they charge you, a price, and then it's free if you use them. But if you don't use them, you just paid, $60 to $200.
Yeah, nice.
So it's not really free.
Yeah. Free if you use this.
But yeah, we can set up, we can hang lights, we can do whatever you guys want.
I gotcha. Well, cool, man. Good Christmas light information. Do you have anything else to add?
Not really. I mean,
I think you hit it, right?
Nah. No, if anybody got any questions, they can always call me or text me. I'll answer my phone at 2:30 in the morning.
I heard. What number can they call, Lewis?
You can call for scheduling or anything like that. Your free estimate at 239-229-6377.
Yep, gotcha.
And then you can go. We got a website too. You can go on. It's always Affordable Electric Inc. No, that's our email address at yahoo.com. But always Affordable Electric Inc. Cape Coral. You look it up. Our website pops right up.
Cool. And if you guys like need an electrician or you got questions, Lewis is the man. How long we know each other? 7 years now, probably.
At least. Yeah.
From BNI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily one of the most reliable service guys out there. Never does us wrong. Never does anyone in our network wrong or anyone we all know. Never heard a bad thing about him. And so if you're looking for an electrician here in Fort Myers, Cape Coral area, how far out do you go, man?
We've been to Orlando.
Yeah.
If the money's right, we'll go anywhere.
Right. Let's just go with Southwest Florida right now.
There you go.
For this purpose. But if you guys need something, give him a holler. He'll help you out. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it helps you from electrocuting yourself or pulling your hair out or killing your kid or something like that. And if you need anything in regards to a mortgage, don't forget, give me a shout. Always here to help you own a home, refinance your current mortgage. You need a cash out refi to pay for all the Christmas lights or the electric bill for your incandescent bulbs that you never change. Give me a holler as well. 239-437-4278. Thanks for watching and listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube, Facebook, or on the podcast, wherever you're listening to. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. Lewis, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You got it, man. Take care.
All right.